Philippe, can you describe your emotion at the full-time whistle?
The emotion that I'm really happy because I spoke the last 2 days with a team that I'm still in an observation period to see, okay, I know their football qualities, but how they are as individuals and as a group. That I'm curious if there comes a moment, and it always comes, that the scenario is not going our way, how they would react. So maybe I should have talked not about that before the game, because it happened. No, I'm not believing in those things. So no, clearly they had the reaction that I wanted. I spoke about that with them, that our strength needs to be that whatever happens in football, we never give up. And we keep on repeating what we are doing, because they are doing already good things together. Of course, we need to still make better a lot of details, but if we show the right mentality over and over again in every action and in the reaction afterwards, then we are a really good team. And that's what they showed today, not with 11, but with everybody, with all squad, also the players who came in to give this energy. Was it perfect? No. But it's, for me, a reference game in the way that they've seen now, if they never give up, a lot of good things can happen. And it's not a guarantee that you win every game, because not even the best teams in the world manage to do that. But we're going to win much more games than they did until now. So it's a big step forward for me. And in that way, TAF was an example today. Because missing the penalty, getting the stick, because of that, that moment you can lose confidence, you can go down, you can stop taking responsibility. But he took the second penalty, he scored it, and afterwards he gave the assist for the second goal. And I want to see a lot of players with that mentality in my dressing room. I want to see everybody with that mentality in my dressing room, because then we're going to make an amazing season.
You talk about that mentality. You've said it a lot in the 2 weeks that you've been here. Do you feel that your message is already starting to get through then, given the way that the team kept going right until the end?
That you need to ask them, but I've seen what I wanted to see today. A team that never stopped also when you make changes, that the players who came in, they stepped into the game directly with confidence, with belief in themselves. And it's a shit scenario today. First attack that you get against, you get a goal. Afterwards, you're dominating, you get balls on the touchline, just not in. You miss a penalty. You have a lot of shots, I think 28 today. We're really dominant, 70% ball possession. Everything is there to win the game, but it's still not there. But I told them in halftime also, we keep on going because we are a team who can score 2 goals in 5 minutes. And it was not 5 minutes in between, but that needs to be our strength for the rest of the season, that we keep our tempo high, and in that way never stop, and we're going to win a lot of games.
Philippe, yes. So 5 points gap at the top.
Is it 5 points? Okay, it's good that you tell me.
Do you think this team is ready to challenge for this?
I will say the same things that I did a few days ago, and I will repeat it for the next couple of months, so that you guys know already, or you can talk with your Belgian colleagues also, because they know it already a long time. I want my team to be focused on one thing, and that's the next game. Nothing else. Nothing else, because that's the only thing we control, ourselves. And we need to raise our level, and we need to become stronger and better as individuals, as a team, and we're going to focus on that. I'm not busy how many points a team has in front of us or teams behind us. We need to focus on ourselves to take as much as possible these 3 points all season long in all the competitions. And that's the only thing that's important. And then at the end of the road, then you can start to calculate, but it's much too early. So I say it now already. I know the question will come a few times probably, but you will get the same answer, because that's what I believe in. It's not a game or something. I believe in that. That's the only way to success.
Philippe, could I ask about Danilo? You spoke about his impact off the bench in midweek. That was a proper impact today for you to win the game, wasn't it?
Yes, of course it's an important goal. He still has a lot of improvement that he can make in the game and being available. But it's a very important goal, and he's looking bright for an amount of minutes in the training. So he had his injury, was long time out. He's not in top physical shape, so we need to do step by step building him. Same thing with Todd today. So for some people, it's maybe they don't understand that you change him after a while, but to keep him good, to keep him ready for the next couple of games, you need to make those decisions also for the moment. I would prefer that I have a squad now that I worked with in preparation and they're all top fit. It's not the case. They come out of injury or some lack some physical fitness. So we need every game to puzzle what is the best squad to start with and who are the ones to replace how many minutes. So that's a good challenge.
You mentioned Danilo coming off the bench. Ross Mosin was another player who you brought on and made a good impact from the bench. How pleased have you been with someone so young to make that step up so quickly, and is he close to maybe getting a start for Rangers soon?
That depends on his trainings and his games, a couple of weeks. So I'm not a coach who cares about age. So look at my track record. In Monaco, I had 70 years old starting. In Bruges, the same. In Genk, also young players. For me, it's not important if you're 17 or 37. It's what you prove on the pitch. So he's already 20, so he's already an old player, to be honest.
Philippe, can I ask about Nico Raskin? Just his injury and him coming off. How does he look and what's the situation?
I didn't see him yet, so we need to make a proper assessment about that this evening or tomorrow with the doctors and the hospital. But I hope, of course, it's not too bad because he's been important last couple of weeks and he's a player with a lot of potential still to grow.
Philippe, you mentioned James Tavernier. He's been criticised this season by a lot of Rangers supporters. Was there ever any doubt in your mind that he would take the second penalty kick?
No. And what happened before, I told you guys, all the players started with a white page with me. So what happened before, it's not important anymore. So no, there was no doubt about that. If he felt confident, he's on the list number 1. We have always a 1, 2 and 3. And they can decide that moment if number 1 doesn't feel good, that number 2 takes a penalty. Because I cannot predict what's going on in their head during a game. It could have been that Tav today said after the first missed penalty that let the second one shoot. Was possible, also not a problem for me. But it's clear that, what is the order? So he took the responsibility and in a good way, so that's positive.